Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Benson the Storyteller. Today I'm on the Kakamega Kisumu highway. This is at the flyover. This here is the flyover. It goes to Mamboleo and then all the way to Kakamega. Now this is the junction on your left. This is the junction that comes from Lolwe Estate. And straight it goes to Kondele and then it goes to town. Alright? So I want to give you guys a story. One day I was over there at the junction and I wanted to go here. I wanted to go to Mamboleo. So down there at the junction, I wanted to take a transportation. Alright? So I got I stopped these tuk-tuks. We call them tuk-tuks. So I stopped the tuk-tuk to take a lift. But then the tuk-tuk guy indicated to me that the tuk-tuk was full and that there was no space. So when I looked into the tuk-tuk, I saw there was a lady at the back, and it's like she had done some shopping because she was carrying a lot of stuff in the back seat of the tuk-tuk. And in the front, the driver, I hadn't really noticed that I knew him, but I did know him. Later on I found out that it was him. He was called Jagem and we knew each other from Dunga Beach. But on that particular day I didn't know it was him driving, and I'm sure he also didn't know it was me, otherwise he would have stopped. So as the tuk-tuk, I let it pass because the guy said that it was full. So the tuk-tuk passed and I stayed there at the junction waiting for another means of transport. So as I was waiting, one of the motorcycles, these passenger motorcycles here we call them a piki-piki. So I was waiting I stopped one of the piki-piki guys and told them, yo, give me a lift to Mamboleo. So yeah, these guys, the road is still under construction. This side, as you can see, they're still working on both sides of the road. But by that time the road wasn't working. It was just a rough road over here. So I stopped a motorcycle guy and I got on the motorcycle, a motorcycle like this. So as we were going, because we were behind the tuk-tuk, as we were going, we got up somewhere there. I'll show you where that place is. So as we were going, when we reached somewhere up there, there's a lorry that was carrying a lorry from Coca-Cola company, and it was carrying sodas. So it was coming from up the hill. It was coming from up the hill up there, but it had lost control and the brakes were not working. So we could see from the back of the motorcycle driver saw that the lorry had lost control because it was swaying, so he stopped. When a vehicle is coming and it's lost control, it's swaying left and right. You don't know whether it's going to go left or whether it's going to go right. So he stopped. I asked him what's going on. He said, look. When I looked up, I saw that the tuk-tuk that I had wanted to board had also stopped, but the lorry was coming just up there next to the roundabout. So the tuk-tuk guy, Jagem, he made a decision, a swift decision to move to the side of the wall, right? So when he moved to the side of the wall, by bad luck, that lorry swerved. because I think it was headed towards the side of the wall, but since Jagem had gone to the wall, it swerved to try to avoid him. But as it swerved, it flipped, overturned, and landed right on top of that tuk-tuk. Right on top of the tuk-tuk that I was going to, that I was going to board. And I didn't, just because the driver, who was Jagem, said that it was full. You see how sometimes luck happens. That's probably how I ended up, saving my life. Just because of the fact that the tuk-tuk was full. So the lorry landed on top of the tuk-tuk, and then we came following. By that time, we found that there used to be a lot of shops up there beside the road, and so people had come and gathered around. They'd come and gathered around, and they were watching. So when we got there, the piki guy stopped. When we got there, the piki guy stopped, and when we looked, we saw the lady who was in the back seat. Her legs were outside of the back of the tuk-tuk. The tuk-tuk had been crushed, because the lorry, it went and flipped over the tuk-tuk, but it flipped and it didn't land on it. It flipped and slid. So it flipped and slid off it and left the tuk-tuk there. And the tuk-tuk was flattened to almost this level from the ground. And her legs were out, So a lady came with these African kanga, what do you call them, shukas, covered her leg. But then Jagem, there's nothing you could see. The thing was flattened like a sandwich, So people are coming, screaming, and then the piki guy was like, "Oh no, this is a very dangerous road." And I just told him, "Look, please, let's just go. I can't stand here anymore. Let's just go." And so we went, and as we moved on to the other section, we found that the same lorry, when it was trying to negotiate the roundabout, it forced it because the accident was just some meters from the roundabout. It managed successfully to pass through around the roundabout, but then when it swerved again to avoid the tuk-tuk, that's when it flipped. So when we moved a little forward, we found out that there was also another motorcycle guy who was headed from that direction, coming back here, and the Coca-Cola lorry was from up there coming down. So he did notice that it had lost control. So when the lorry came, it found him in the roundabout and chopped him in half. I'm telling you, we got there to the second scene. The guy, he was chopped in the middle. One of his legs wasn't there, and his motorcycle was all mangled up. It was really, really mangled up. And so it was really terrible. So it had killed 2 people. One piki guy at the roundabout, and my friend Jagem, who at the time I did not know that it was him. Oh guys, over there, I forgot to tell you, this is the railway line. It goes down there. I think you can see it. That is Lolwe Estate, and then somewhere there we've got the stadium, Mamboleo Stadium. So it's this railway line that divides Lolwe Estate and these other estates. I think there's a video I showed you guys Lolwe Estate. So yeah, so this is the way going to Mamboleo, and this is the flyover, Mamboleo flyover on the Kisumu Kakamega highway. Yeah, so as I was telling you guys, you see the way people, a lot of construction in Kisumu. Just look at all this. Yeah, just look at all the construction that's going on. Kisumu is, yeah, you can see the Lolwe houses over there, the apartments. That's the extreme end of Lolwe Estate. Yeah, so guys, today's video is about this road, and this road is, in my opinion, the most dangerous road in Kisumu, and not really just Kisumu, I think the whole of the western part of Kenya. This road right here. So I want to go with you guys up to the very beginning. The road isn't bad the whole way. It's not bad all of it. It's just a section. I'd say a section from down there. You see that's Kondele, that's Lolwe Junction. Down there to a town called Kiboswa. That stretch, I'm not sure how many kilometers it is, but that stretch is a very dangerous road. So many people have lost their lives. I've also personally witnessed several accidents. The one I just told you about is one that almost involved me, because the people who died in the tuk-tuk, yeah, it was a tuk-tuk that I had already stopped and I wanted to board, you see, but I just guess it wasn't my time. You know, when it's not your time, even if the devil tries to call you, God says no, it's not yet his time. His time is going to come later on, but not now. So I want to tell you a little about this road. And it's not like it's just now. This road has had a very bad reputation since way back, you know. A long time ago, this thing wasn't here. It was just it was a road like this, not very good road. And accidents were happening ever since, you know, before they built this road. This road was built by an Israeli company called SBI. Yeah, and I think it's not complete, because the flyover is complete, but these side roads on both sides are still being built. Yeah, so guys, just look at how my home city is expanding. High-rise buildings all over, and know that this isn't Lolwe. This is not Lolwe. This is another section. Lolwe is on the other side, and look, it's already competing with Lolwe Estate. You see all these high-rise apartments. Yeah, so I want to go up the road and show you guys where the accident happened that I'm telling you about. All right, just a minute, let me get there. Yeah guys, now I'm up here. You can see where the roundabout is. All right, and this road goes to Mamboleo. All right, the showground is somewhere behind there, but this side goes to Mamboleo. Now, there used to be a lot of shops used to be lined up here before they were demolished, because of all this electric whatever stuff. Now they just sell stones. The fact that they sell all these stones, guys, tells you that there's a lot of construction that's going on in this area. All right, so there used to be a lot of shops lined up here. Now this roundabout over here, the Coca-Cola lorry came from up there and it lost control, so it tried negotiating the bend over there, but there was a motorcycle guy from that direction, and when he got there he didn't know that it had lost control, so it crashed, cut him in half and left him up there. Now when we were coming from down here, and the tuk-tuk guy was also ahead of us. All right, so when he stopped somewhere here, he didn't know the direction that the lorry was going to take, whether it was going to swerve on this side or the other side. All right, so in a split second decision he decided to go towards the wall, but when he went towards the wall, it tried to swerve and avoid him, but it flipped over because it forced this corner, then it tried to force another corner to avoid hitting the wall, but then it flipped over. It landed on the tuk-tuk and slipped past it and left the tuk-tuk there. So when we got here, it was somewhere here. The tuk-tuk was flattened to the ground. My friend Jagem was there. The lady was carrying, who was from the market. Her legs were out from the tuk-tuk. The other guy was lying just next to where that motorcycle is there. I'm telling you, it was very bad. And there were shops all over this line. So the people who were all over this line came running, trying to help and whatever, but they couldn't be helped. They were dead. The motorcycle guy was dead. I'm telling you. This road is a very, very bad road. This is the most dangerous road in Kisumu. Now, let me go to the other side and also tell you something. Let me go to this other side. All right. So on this other side, a while back also, there's it was carrying what do you call it? Do they call it chicha? I think it's there's a factory that makes sugar. So the outside part and the crushed parts of the sugar cane, I don't know if they're taken for fodder or something. So when the lorry lost control up there, it was a big lorry, these ones with many, many wheels. So it lost control up there, somehow left that lane and ended up on this other lane coming down. It could not negotiate this corner, so it literally, they've rebuilt this place. It literally ran over the roundabout, and when it got to this point, there was another guy. I knew him because he had a motorcycle repair shop up in Riyadh, just next to Riyadh roundabout. So the guy had gone to buy some things. He'd gone to buy some stock for his motorcycle. So he was from town. So when he was coming back, the same thing that happened on this side is what happened here. When he got there, the lorry was coming from this side and it had lost control. So he also stopped. He didn't know what to do. So he stopped over there. The lorry was going on the left, on the right, on the left, so he stopped. When he stopped, he left his motorcycle. I don't know why he left it there, and he ran across the road. And by bad luck, as he ran across the road, it knocked him and threw him into the gutter. There's a gutter over there. Threw him into the gutter. His motorcycle was left here. The lorry also passed him and flipped over and landed just next to the petrol station up there. So the guy died over here, and it was sad because I used to live up here. When we came down, his wife came on a motorcycle. She came crying, trying to drag him, telling him to wake up. Oh, I'm telling you guys, it was so sad. This road right here is one of the most dangerous roads in Kisumu. And I'm not just saying it as an exaggeration, guys. I'm just telling you the truth. Yeah. So that side of the road, this side goes to Mamboleo. All right. That road up there comes from Kakamega, and where I've come from goes to Kisumu. Goes to Kisumu town via Kondele. Yeah, so I'd like to go up here, and in fact I want to go all the way up. I want to go, I'll go all the way up and show you guys the point at which all this drama starts. This here is the most dangerous road in all of Kisumu, my hometown. So you see where we've come from down there? That's going to Kondele. I think those buildings, Kondele, part of it is Lolwe. And yeah, and this side goes to Kakamega, and it goes to Riat, it goes to Kiboswa, but not all of it is bad. It's just the section from Kiboswa to maybe Lolwe Junction. So many accidents have been in this road, I can't even. I'll tell you about some of them. So let me just get up there. Yeah guys, I'm still walking up this road. I wanted to show you guys something. Oh, this is the chief's office. This is how this place looks like, and this is where the flyover starts. All right, starts at this point. So this up here, there's this roundabout, right? There's a roundabout up here. It's called what's the name again? I'll remember, I'll tell you. It's been a while since I was here. Yeah, when I remember I'll let you know. This roundabout, they all have names. There are several roundabouts that are death traps. Alright? They're very, very dangerous. So let me give you guys another story that I witnessed here. So there's a day, there's this boy, I just forgotten his name. I don't know if you remember when we passed the roundabout down there. There was a place where there were motorcyclists just parked there. Yeah, they're public service bikes. They're picky-pickies that if you want to go somewhere, you just they carry you and take you. So there's a boy who used to park over there. So his dad had a shop over here. I think his dad did some tailoring. So there's a day he was from this place. He was carrying someone up to the roundabout. All right. But I want you guys to remember this specific place over here. You see this part of the road here? This place. Next to there was a shop over that shop over here. So I remember it happened just somewhere here. So I like you guys to remember the distance from here to the distance down there where I told you that the tuk-tuk had an accident with the Coca-Cola lorry. So consider that distance all the way here, and then I want you guys also to consider the distance from here to that roundabout over there. All right, so that when I give you this story you can just imagine. All right, I want you to look at the distance from that place I told you to where the tuk-tuk had the accident, and that place over there to where this roundabout is. You guys are going to see the roundabout. I've just forgotten the name of this roundabout. They have names. Oh yeah, it's called Coptic. It's called Coptic roundabout. This roundabout is called Coptic. I want you guys to see where it is. Yeah. I want you guys to see where it is. Oh, this is my friend's shop. I think I'll go back to see him. Wait. So come guys, this is this is my friend. This is my friend. I haven't seen him for how long, my brother? You're good?
Long time.
Give me. I'm fine, bro. You okay?
I'm fine.
It's nice I met you. I was telling my
Can we just do this and pass by?
No, I wanted to finish this recording and then I come. No, I just wanted to record this and come. I came specifically to see you, bro.
I'm so happy.
So
it's good you are around.
I was telling them about this road.
About this road.
And yeah, this road, this Kakamega road. And I was telling them how dangerous it is.
Very dangerous.
And some of the accidents we've witnessed. Yeah?
In fact, along the roundabout.
Yeah. What can you say about it? As someone who works here, I found you here. I found him working here, guys.
Yeah.
And I used to do my stuff at his shop.
Even at the last minute.
Yeah, when I was going.
Yeah.
But we are going to go there. Yeah. So, what would you say about this road as someone who's first-hand witnessed everything here?
This road is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Many people complain about the roundabout.
The way it was built, yeah?
Yeah, the way it was built.
Yeah.
Because it can't go beyond 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Before we witness accident. Even the other day we just had this.
Really? What happened?
Just a trailer that was coming up. I think it's a matter of brake.
It's always, yes.
It's always brake. And, we even lost lives.
So, since I left up to now, if you were to approximate, how many accidents have you witnessed here?
Last state was terrible.
It was?
Last state was terrible. It even came to my place.
Oh my goodness, that tree over there.
Yeah, it just came. That tree.
Yeah.
And it even stopped. My shop stopped it.
Really?
Yeah. So that trailer.
A trailer.
That one, a week before.
Yeah.
Another one also got through that place. And it went to that M-Pesa. You remember the M-Pesa? This structure. It used to get through.
Oh really?
Yeah, it got there with the building.
What? But usually they don't pass this ridge.
Nowadays they pass. They even pass this place. They just come with at a very high speed and they go beyond this.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's very terrible.
Oh, you know, I wanted to show my viewers. I wanted to go to Kiboswa and come slowly back here and explain to them.
To see even how the floodlights,
yeah. They're damaged.
You are just going to see. Just go past the Coptic roundabout.
They're all down.
They are all down. You're just going to see.
Really?
It's very terrible.
Oh. Okay. So I want to go up there, then I come back and then we talk. I haven't seen you for ages. Guys, this is my very good friend. He helped me a lot when I was leaving. I'll tell you guys about it. So, I don't know your story. You remember that boy who was knocked by the lorry and he dragged him all the way down there. He was your neighbor? What was his name again? Patrick. And his dad, we used to work, his dad has a tailoring here, yeah?
His dad, okay, they were two. Actually, there was one who used to ride the motorbike.
Yeah.
And then there was this one that was carried.
Yeah, there were two.
Yeah, there were two. So the one that was carried, the dad works there.
Oh, the one that was carried, not the one who was driving.
No, the one was driving. The one who was driving is also my neighbor. They all come from the same place.
Oh.
And you see, he was carried just 100 meters to the scene. Like they were just seeing the lorry coming.
Yeah, they did, yeah. Because I was seated here with the mama who used to sell whatever here.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Now, I was just coming to open my shop.
Yeah.
And I could hear a scream. Oh.
What's going on?
What's going on? There was someone behind the lorry. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, he was trying to grab onto the, yeah.
And I remember him screaming past this place. Then when he got here, then I stopped screaming. To this point.
Oh, he stopped screaming?
Where? This one. I was just there. At that junction. Now when he got to this place where we are at the moment, he stopped screaming. But then I only come to realize that there was someone.
And yeah, he was grabbed.
When
Yeah.
he was left, just after that signpost. You see that signpost? Like someone won.
Yeah, in fact,
was left.
in fact, I stopped there to show my viewers where
Like,
it
that
left
was where
him.
it was left.
Yeah, I remember.
It was left minus.
Yeah, his leg was
The
mashed
waist
up. I
was
remember,
down.
and he was trying to sit up.
Yeah,
And
I remember.
he was trying to sit up, and they
Exactly.
just told him, no, just lie down,
Exactly,
just lie
yeah.
down.
Then he was very unconscious.
Yeah, he was trying to move. All
That's
right.
been terrible.
No, this road, I think, in your opinion, what do you think they should do about this road?
I think it's the structure of the
Yeah, it's a structure, the way the roundabouts are.
roundabout. If there's a way they can improve the roundabout,
Yeah.
then it can be better.
Yeah, I
That
think so.
roundabout. Because
Oh.
even many a times, the motorcycle guys,
Yeah.
they came and they found themselves rolling.
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
roundabout.
they also have their.
First of all, when it's raining,
Oh,
the road becomes slippery.
slippery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't just believe it was you.
It's me, I'm coming back. I just want to get a picky guy there. I go up.
Yeah, show them even the floodlight. The
Yeah,
structure,
yeah,
it has
yeah.
been damaged.
Wow. No, I said I have to show them this road. This road used to give me stress.
Even as of today,
You remember the time even what?
even as of today, we
Yeah.
are just there, but
Yeah, but anything, yeah.
we have to be very keen. You just have to you just have to stay with your ears outside.
You remember the time the lorry fell here with the fish, and guys ate fish for people ate fish for 1 month.
Yeah, fish were thrown and I thought they were
All
shot.
over the road, people are just picking fish on this road, guys. People ate fish in this place for like a month.
I remember.
A lorry full. Where was it from? I think it was from Usenge or where?
Yeah, it just fell around here.
Where was the lorry from? Can you remember?
I can't even remember the road where it was from. But people enjoy it.
And even there's a lorry of maize fell down here, and then someone was shot. You remember? By the
remember.
police. They were trying to disperse.
Yeah, someone was shot because you see the lorry knocked someone was driving, someone who had a motorcycle.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and he didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, and no, and the motorcycle guy. There was a girl he was carrying.
Yeah, he was carrying a gun, and they were just storing it, not knowing that there was something dangerous
Coming back.
coming back.
I remember.
I was just seated there,
Yeah. Yeah, you were seated there, right?
and I saw everything.
With the motorcycle people there.
Upon noticing that the lorry is on a very unusual speed.
Yeah.
It was already knocked the motorcycle person, and I only see them flying to the beach.
Yeah, that beach over
Then the
there.
lorry came and
On
right
top
over
of
there.
them, yeah, I remember. Then people just started.
People started stealing,
People broke the back of the lorry and started carrying maize.
and there was someone screaming.
And someone was under. Imagine,
So
guys,
that's
it
why
was
they
really
got
bad.
The police to even start to disperse the.
Yeah, the police arrived. They were trying to disperse. People were still stealing the maize, so they were shooting in the air. And somehow, someone was shot.
The latest one was last week.
What happened?
I was at my shop.
Yeah.
I think it was on a Saturday,
Yeah,
around 7
yeah,
evening. I just had some bang.
yeah,
I came out. We could not even see what was happening because it was dark.
yeah.
Then, before I could even reach here,
Yeah.
another one came and knocked that one that was lying down there.
So there were two.
So there were two. And to make it worse, there was also someone with a motorbike who was carrying a passenger,
Yeah,
and he was coming down.
yeah,
He was going downtown.
yeah.
The second lorry came, knocked him.
Again.
Yeah, knocked him and even added him to the lorry that was lying down there.
Oh goodness.
The
How many?
driver
So how many? Hey,
The
hey.
guy- The passenger who was a lady died. The driver of a lorry died. And it was just terrible.
How many vehicles were involved? Like 3, and a motorcyclist.
No, it was 2. The first one came and just lied down there. I
Yeah,
think it was just somehow the control because of the roundabout.
yeah.
It's like down there. The another one also came. I don't know. And we were told that they were from the Simpson company. They were trucks.
Wow.
They're from the Simpson company. So
Oh.
they were coming together.
Wow. Oh. Okay.
And you should also tell us about your place.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm
About the
coming.
diaspora. Let me
I'm
go to
coming, my
diaspora.
brother. I'm coming to tell you. So let me just go up there. I won't take a lot of time because I'm going to get a picky guy. Then we come back slowly. Then we are going to talk.
Ah, bro, nice.
Just wait for
Nice
me there.
time. How much for you?
Okay. Yeah, guys, that's my friend. He has a computer shop, printing and everything down there. So, guys, I used to sit over here sometimes, there used to be a bench and a lady who used to sell food. Yeah, and I lived somewhere behind here. So that day I was seated over there, and then I came here. So I was standing over here. And then no, I was seated back there with the lady. I was eating, and then on that, you see, if you guys look, you'll see the roundabout. Yeah, that's Coptic roundabout. So the motorcyclist was going up. He was carrying someone, and instead of going around the roundabout, he tried to branch from the bottom part of the roundabout to the other side of the road. And now, as you see that lorry coming up there, that bus, whatever it is, so there was a lorry coming and it lost control. So when it lost control, this guy, he was going round trying to come back on this way. And as he was trying to come back on this way, the lorry lost the brakes. So he was wearing headphones and he didn't notice. So the lorry hit him and left the person he was carrying, fell down and was left down there, lying on the ground. So when the lorry was coming, down, it knocked him and started dragging him all the way. It dragged him coming with him, and he was on the bottom of the lorry. Yeah, so he was lying on the bottom of the lorry, trying to hold himself by grabbing on the grills. There were grills on the front of the lorry, so he was trying to hold on to the grills, and the lorry was dragging. I'm not sure if the lorry guy had noticed that he'd knocked him, but also he'd lost the brakes, so he could not stop. So I was standing over here, and as I was standing, we saw the lorry just the way this lorry is coming, with the motorcycle still stuck at the front bottom of the grill, and the guy still on the motorcycle and trying to grab onto the grills, and it was dragging him. So the lorry slowly came past us, and when it was passing here, I remember the guy was grabbing onto the grill, you know, the front side of the lorry. He was trying to hold himself up. So the lorry, people were screaming, trying to point out to the driver, but then he couldn't stop because the brakes were not working. So he was dragged all the way down. He was dragged all the way down to that place I showed you guys. And eventually, I think he just got tired. He got tired of holding onto the grill, and he let go. And from here, we just had the loud bang. So the lorry eventually ran over him, and the lorry itself went all the way to where I told you guys the tuk-tuk had the accident, and that's where the lorry stopped. But the guy was left over there, and I remember we ran there to see if we could help him. He was trying to sit up, but he couldn't sit up because the bottom part of his body was mashed up. He was still alive, and it took time. People started stopping. People stopped a pickup that was going this way, and kind of the driver stopped. They forced him to stop, put him in the pickup, and took him to hospital. But he didn't survive. In fact, the pickup was stopped there, but they put the guy into the back of the pickup, but they forced him back up there to reverse and pick up the first guy who was knocked there. So there were two of them in the pickup, and then they were taken to hospital, but they didn't make it. They died. All right. And the same way up there was also there was also another lorry that my friend was telling you about. There were two people coming down with a motorcycle, a motorcycle guy carrying a girl, and when they got somewhere here, it had lost control, so it knocked them, and they ended up in this ditch over here. I remember they ended up in this ditch. The motorcycle guy and the girl on this ditch, and then the lorry came on top. You see this side. You see this side of the road the way it is. That's the lorry. It rammed that place over there, and then it landed on top of them, and it was carrying maize bags. So people were actually looting and taking the maize. And when the police came, they had to shoot in the air. People were still stealing. And then I don't know if someone confronted the police or something happened and he was shot. All right. So I remember that lorry. The accident came, and then the head of the lorry separated, and I think it landed somewhere here. It landed somewhere here, and the body of the lorry was somewhere here. And also up there, I remember there's a lorry that lost control, and there was someone with a motorcycle coming from this side. When they got there, usually these people, they get confused because when something's coming towards you and it's lost control, you don't know which direction to move in. All right, so he was carrying someone and they were going up there, almost to where those people are. And then when they got there, the lorry lost control, but this driver didn't try to negotiate the corner. He just climbed right on top of the roundabout and came to this other side. I think that's how sometimes they end up losing control and end up on the other side of the road, on that other side of the road. All right, so he stopped. The motorcycle guy stopped there trying to figure out the direction that the lorry was going to. But that guy was smart. The lorry guy, when he came, he saw the motorcyclist standing there because he was confused. He didn't know which direction to take. So when he stood there, the person he was carrying tried to get off and run but fell, So the lorry guy decided no, he branched. He made a very a sharp right. And as you can see, these lights, there was one over there. He smashed the lights. The lorry, it crossed straight over the roundabout, avoided those guys on the motorcycle, took a sharp right, and ended up on there's a gutter over there, and it was carrying sand. So it ended up crashing, crossing the road, crossing the gutter, being stopped by the wall over there, and all the sand that was at the back flew over and covered the front of the lorry, I'm telling you. And I remember when the guy came out, the guy was crying. He was literally crying. Yeah? I'm telling you guys, this area, if I can start telling you about the stories that have happened in this area, there are so many stories. I don't think I can finish. Because there's a time also a Nissan full of people came, lost control, it climbed over the roundabout, swerved, entered that ditch over there on the other side, flipped over and fell over there. People were injured, so many. There's another time a school bus came, it lost control. When you lose the first roundabout, when you force the turn on the roundabout, when you try again to steady the bus, it swerves on the right, and then you try to steady it again, you overcompensate, it swerves again. So the lorry, the bus came and it flipped over and landed here in the middle of the road, and it was school children. It was a mixed secondary school. I think they were from drama festival or something, or games, I can't remember. The name of the school, I'm not sure if it was Tudiburo. I'm not sure the name because it was a while ago. And we had to come, kick open the windows and pull them out because the car, the school bus had overturned and it was on the side that the door was. So we had to break the windows. All right. There's also another time. There's a lorry that came and lost control. All right. Most of these things happened when I was here, just seated here in the center. So this center is called Kawata because there's a water processing plant somewhere up there. So it lost control and it was carrying coal. Coal. This one that they used to use, the one that they mined. It looks like stone. It's like charcoal, but it's stone. And they used to use them on locomotives like trains. It's black and it's like a stone. So that's what it was carrying, and it was at night. All right. So when it came down, I think in that case, I think the guy was sleeping, and he just realized that he was, this road. We are going to go up there, and you'll see the reason why sometimes there's so many accidents. So when it was coming down, I think he fell asleep and found himself at the roundabout. So he tried to force the roundabout, but he couldn't, and he ended up on the ditch over there, and it was upside down. It was a real big bang. It was at night, so we all came out, and by the time we got there, the guy wasn't dead. He was still alive. He was crying. He was screaming for help. It was upside down. You couldn't access him because the top part was really crushed, and there was no way of opening the doors. And he was crying for several hours, almost up to morning. By morning, the cries had stopped. He was dead. By the time the people came and the police to pull him out, he was dead. And checking his documents, they realized that he was from Tanzania. And the coal, I don't know whether it was from Congo or Rwanda, some funny place, and he was on his way to Tanzania, but he lost his life over there, right? Also, there's a time I remember there was a vehicle with bringing tilapia fish. It also lost control, ended up on that side of the road, scattered fish all over the road, and people came and just like picked fish, you know, and everyone was having fish in this area. Some were selling them on the road, frying them. Some were selling them down at the market where I've just come from down there. I'm telling you, people ate fish for like a whole month. It was a lot of fish, tilapia, a lot of fish. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it. This place, it was a very dangerous road. Vipi, uko poa? Udenade? Jani nini benika? Bwana moroma manetimo chuma risa ilo ninga Victor. Nitamsomeshaje mtoto wangu kama una wasiwasi kwamba nitawekezaje ili miaka recycling chuma ya scrap yani tafadhali usipate tabu hata kidogo sawa konge oh to duka maneni kabe no lorga no da oh nadaga ka chon kabisa oh okay Ambe wacha. Toja welding ni? Work. Okay. All right, guys. I haven't found the people I wanted. They've left. They're out a bit. There's this guy who used to do welding here. There's this guy, Scrap. Yeah. So I have several hoods, you know, that I've been living at, and this is one of them. I used to live down somewhere here. I used to live down somewhere there. There's a building over there under construction, and that's where I used to be before I moved. I used to be at Lolwe, I used to be here, I used to be up the hill at Riyadh, I used to be at Dunga. But anyway, yeah. So let me see if I can get a motorcycle guy and I show you why this road is very dangerous. Okay, hello guys. I've got someone who's going to take me up to Kiboswa, and then we're going to come down with him, and I'll show you guys the dangerous spots mostly in this road. I've told you about this specific place. I'm at the motorcycle guy's shed. And usually this roundabout, a lot of vehicles lose control and accidents usually start. Most of them, if they manage to get past the other roundabouts, this is like the second last one. This one and the Mamboleo roundabout where we came from. So these are the very dangerous ones. So usually this corner, negotiating this roundabout is a problem when they lost control and the vehicles are moving really fast. So they end up on these ditches, or even crossing to the other side. So yeah, so I'm going to go with this friend of mine over here. What's your name, by the way? Benjamin. Yes. Yeah, so you've been working here for long, yeah?
Yeah, I've been working here for long.
So you know a lot about the road,
I know everything about this area.
All right, so guys, ni shida? Shida aje? Oh, wako ni shida? Oh, sawa. Nimesikia ako sawa. So, tunaweza enda? All right. Poa bro. Guys, getting ready. So guys, let's go and we'll come back slowly. We'll come back slowly and show you guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is one of the places where the lorry over here almost entered into that wall. Yeah. And here's another dangerous spot. Over here, you can see there was an accident there recently. This is a very bad roundabout. So guys, let's go up to Kiboswa roundabout and then we'll come back and I'll show you why it's a dangerous road. Right guys, now I'm at this market. It's called Kiboswa. This is Kiboswa town and this is the roundabout. Now this roundabout, on that side you can go to Maseno and you can connect to the Busia road, and this side goes to Kakamega, and this is the side we're from that goes to Kisumu. Now this town has 3 different tribes. On this side we have the Luya, on this side we have the Luo, and on this other side we have the Kalenjin community. So this place is made up of 3 different tribes who come to the same market. You know, it's a very unique town, this Kiboswa. So as we go, I'm going to show you guys and you'll see why it's a dangerous road. It might be noisy a bit because of the wind, but I'll point to you. You'll see maybe signs of accidents on the road and where vehicles have hit maybe the guardrails and so on. So let's go back down to Coptic roundabout and you might have an idea why this road is dangerous. So this is the market, Kiboswa markets. That's the entrance over there. So basically this is where the descent starts. This is the descent. You can see, you can see over here there's a dent there. That's evidence that there was an accident there. My piki guy told me somewhere here, up there, there's a car that knocked a motorcyclist and 2 people were killed. 3 people. Okay, 3 people were killed. Oh, 1 mother and 2 children. Oh, that was terrible. And you can see the descent. This is where the descent starts, when the lorries lose control. You see over there? You see over here? Yeah? Here, there was an accident. It's usually the speed that vehicles come because of this descent that causes problem. Oh, here, you see guys, here, you see all this. There's another one here too. Oh yeah, I've seen they're trying to do some repairs there. Yeah. You see this pole is missing. Here, guys. You see guys, all these are people's lives that are lost on this road. I always feared this road. I used to have a motorcycle going to Kisumu town, and whenever I was on this road, I used to really fear. So you see the way the road comes, and then it comes to this roundabout. Just, guys, look at the way this roundabout has been designed. The entry is here, but instead of going straight, you see all that? Instead of going straight, for some reason, it curves all this way. You see? Guys, look at the way this roundabout has been built, and you might understand why this is the first death spot. And usually when roundabouts are built, you find that it goes straight and the exit is straight on the other side maybe. But here you see the way it comes, and then if you've lost control or you're on a very speed, you're on high speed, you have to force to negotiate this corner. And there's so many times where vehicles overturn here, and this is the starting point. This is the first most dangerous roundabout. After that speedy descent, you come here. Negotiating this roundabout is the first challenge, you know, and it's where usually we get the first problem. All right, let's go, bro. What's the name of this roundabout? Yeah, we'll remember. Oh yeah, you guys, you see all this? This is evidence of the damage. You see some of the street poles, the light poles are missing. You know, they don't just suddenly disappear. They're knocked down by cars after losing control. Yeah. So you see it's still a steady descent. Alright? You see it's still downhill. So usually when the vehicles lose control, if it's still a straight road, it might be fine. But then it's where the bumps are and where the corners are, the bends in the road. Or if they've lost control and there's a vehicle in front of them that has not noticed that the vehicle behind them has lost control, usually that's where the problem is. We're getting to Riyadh roundabout. This is the second roundabout. On that side it goes to Riyadh Institute, Ramogi Institute of Advanced Technology, and the initials are Riyadh. So this other roundabout is not so bad. This is the second roundabout. It's not so bad. Because if you look at it, it's not so challenging to negotiate, and I've not had so many accidents happen here. But I wanted to stop and tell you guys because if you remember, I told you guys about down there next to the roundabout, the guy who had an accident. He was on a motorcycle, and there was a lorry carrying these byproducts of sugarcane that knocked him, and he fell into the gutter. He had a shop here. Where he used to sell motorcycle spares. Maybe it's here. That used to be his shop, and that's where he was. So he'd gone down to buy spares for his motorcycle shop, and that's on his way back is when he got the accident. So this side goes to Riyadh Institute of Advanced Technology. It's a school, and here I also, one time I almost had an accident here too, so on my motorcycle on the way back, because there was a car that kind of lost control, and I had to move out of the way and almost ended up in this gutter on this side. So I know what I'm talking about when I talk about this road. All right, so let's move on, guys. So I also used to live here. I used to branch inside here on my way where I used to stay. I used to stay somewhere inside there. Yeah, this is called Bukna Primary School. I used to live behind this place, so I knew a lot about this road. I've seen so many things happen here. All right, bro. this building was also actually built when I was here. It's one of those buildings that are not built with bricks. It's like precast cement. Yeah, guys. So now we are moving to the second spot that's very dangerous. You see the decline on the road. You see how it goes down now. All right. So yeah. So you see over here. You see one of the street lights is missing there. That's good evidence. You see the wires are not there. And over here I was told there's a lorry that lost control. Yeah, here. That there's a lorry that lost control here recently. And since he noticed that it lost control, he brought his vehicle. You can see it's scratched. You can even see some byproducts of what was it carrying, bro? Oh, it was carrying sawdust. Yeah, you can see. So I think this guy he was very smart, right? He was very smart. He decided instead of going all the way to lose control down there, he'd rather bring it and rub it against this side of the mountain to stop it, instead of going and crashing later on down there, which would be more dangerous. Guys, you see the speed that these lorries go with. I won't even be surprised if we see an accident. This road. Guys, you see another pole is missing there. You see even the signboards, no. They tell you no freewheeling. As in, no putting your vehicles in free mode. In free gear. Because some vehicles, when you try to renegotiate the gears, it causes a problem and accidents. Oh, there's a school here. It's called Temudu. Sometimes I even fear for the kids who have to Konambaya. Yeah, now this here is Konambaya. You can even tell by the light. You can even tell by this light over here. The angle that it's dangling with alone will tell you that there's something wrong with this roundabout. Now, just like the first roundabout, you can see the way it's built. You can just notice and see the way this roundabout looks. Alright, guys. You see, mostly when vehicles come and they lose control, it is very, very, very hard. It is very, very hard to negotiate this corner. You see? Just look at the way this place is built. Because you cannot go through the roundabout. And if you cannot force this corner here, you'll end up here in the ditch. You see? And this roundabout, it's called Konambaya roundabout. Konambaya, literally, that's Swahili word for dangerous corner. Even the people who are giving it a name knew it's a dangerous corner, so they call it Konambaya. Guys, just look at the way this roundabout is. So if you lose control, the challenge is trying to negotiate this corner, and once you take this corner, you have to renegotiate to straighten it out, you know. And sometimes vehicles end up running down here. All right, so those are some of the challenges that are in this roundabout. So this is Konambaya roundabout. This is the third third roundabout. Hapo kando. Ama hapo tuwezi simama vizuri.
Tunasimama tu inamulika.
Okay. Tusikue tunaongea juu ya accident alafu si ndio tukue. I'm telling him, let's not talk about accidents, and then we end up having, you see, driving on free gear is prohibited. Let's just go. There was a signboard there saying driving in free gear. Yeah. So, guys, you see evidence here of accidents. As you can see. You can see the middle pavement here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and stop somewhere here. You guys, you can see this was an accident. All right, let's stop here a bit. So this looks like just the same thing, yeah? It's almost, yeah, the byproduct thing of from the processing plant. There's a processing plant for sugar up there. And as you can see, there was an accident here, guys. I think you can see this for yourself. You can see evidence that there was a big accident here. All right? And all that way, which means it hit the pavement over there and dragged all this way somehow up to here. And by coincidence, guys, by coincidence, look at the other side. I don't know if you guys have seen this house before. It's always all over social media. If you look at Facebook, you see this house here. It's all over Facebook, and there are so many rumors about this house. Some people say that it's a haunted house. Some people say that someone was murdered here. Some people say so many things about this house on social media. And I don't know the truth about it. I don't know if my friend might know anything about this building here, bro. What do you hear? Hata kama ni rumors. What do you hear about this house here?
This house has been associated with the evil spirits.
Oh, evil spirits.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it has not been proven whether it's true or false.
Yeah.
So this house has a lot of stories.
A lot, yeah.
Yes, a lot of stories, but it has not been proven.
Do you think the stories might be true, according to you?
According to me,
Yeah.
I don't think so, because people claim that this house
Yeah.
is associated with a lot of evil spirits.
Yes.
But I've seen some of the people living inside here.
Yeah.
So I've heard that if you live inside this house,
You see ghosts.
There's evil spirits that would come and disturb you at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've also heard about that. But I heard that. Do you know the owner?
No, I've heard the owner is a mother.
Yeah.
But I've never seen her.
Yeah, I also heard that the owner of this house is a lady, and someone told me she's a lawyer. She's a young lady who's a lawyer. That when she built this house, she moved into this house, but then she was attacked, and I hear she was raped, and she decided not to come back to her own house, this home. So there are so many stories, as he said. So we don't know which is true or what's false. Yeah, but that's what we've been hearing. So guys, let's go on and document the most dangerous road in Kisumu. Probably in Kenya, I don't know. And you know, when this road was made, all these street lights used to work. All the street lights. But if you have a look, just have a look. Even the signs, all these things just tell you, look at that. That's missing. And if you look at these lights, all of the top of the lights are not there. Right? So this tells you a lot about this road. But beside the road, it's a really beautiful place, guys. Look, it's very, very beautiful. And there's a lot of land here for sale if you guys, someone might be interested in buying land. The only problem is the road, this road. So look, in the distance you guys can see the rest of Kisumu, because we are up on the hill. And that's why it's a downhill, a very speedy downhill. Whenever I'm on this road, I always have to look back, you know, to make sure there's no lorry that has lost control that's coming. Every time I used to drive my motorcycle here, I kept looking on my side mirror and moving out of the way, you know. Alright, you see this signboard here, guys? We don't make these things up. The signboard itself tells you a lot. Yeah. The signboard itself, my people, tell you all you need to know about this road. see even here, you see brick, you see rubber on the road, showing that a lot of people have been trying to break and lost. Now this is the Coptic roundabout where we started earlier. You can see why accidents happen here. Imagine that you've lost control. You come, first of all you hit this bump. Then after the bump, you're trying to force, look at this, you try to force this corner. You see? It would have been better if this roundabout was not there like the ones in the UK. It was just straight. So you'd go straight. But now, you see even there's evidence that they've been forcing, vehicles have been forcing the, going past. Let's get out, Kidogo. You can see vehicles used to jump over there. You can see the brake lights, and you can see that you have to force this corner. You'll see that you have to really force this corner, as you can see. Now imagine if this lorry had lost control and it was at a high speed. Do you really think it would have negotiated this corner? I highly doubt it would have. Alright? I highly doubt it would have negotiated this corner. And that's why usually when the vehicles come, they try to force the corner, and this is where they end up. And you guys can see, for yourselves. This itself, you see, this in itself tells you this was recent. You know, this was recent. You see this, and even the fact that this is being repaired tells you how many times it's been knocked. You see all this, how this place looks like. This tells you that there's been so many accidents here. The story of the kid I was telling you, he came from up there with a motorcycle. He tried to make a wrong turn here instead of going around. He had his earphones on, and the lorry came, lost control, hit him here, dropped one person here, and dragged him all the way and ended up crashing him down there. And the lorry went on, left him, and went on to stop where the tuk-tuk guy I told you had an accident. Imagine, guys. Just imagine. This place had so many lights and so many signboards. They were all flattened. Some when I was here and others later on. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Guys, it's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. Just see all this damage. You know? And there's a lot of rumors about what causes here associated with this building, but I don't want to talk too much about it. A lot of rumors, people use a lot of rumors associated with this specific church here. The truth behind it, I don't know. You guys, you can see the evidence of accidents here. You can see the evidence. I personally remember several accidents that happened. One was here. You see even the fence. And then the other one was here. Yeah, here, right? Yeah, hit that tree. Guys, so we are back here now, and so this is the story about this road. We started up there and we went to where the problem starts, which is Kiboswa town. So this, guys, this is one of the most dangerous roads in Kisumu. I'd rather say it's the most dangerous road in all of Nyanza province. Maybe Kenya, that's debatable. But I'm telling you what I know. So let me go back and talk to my brother over there, and we see. All right.
Hello guys, my name is Benjamin Kiptum. I'm from Kenya, and I've been living here for a quite long time. So have you have seen, this road has claimed so many innocent lives. Because of the roundabout, they were structured in a way that it cannot sustain those vehicles. So when it's come, it loses the brake. So the driver to engage that roundabout, it becomes so hard, making him lose the balance. So this road has been so dangerous that has claimed a lot of lives, innocent lives in this road. So as you have seen it.
Yeah. Are there any that you've seen here personally?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of accidents happening here.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were telling me about you guys. You can see there's some damage on that thing over there. What happened?
This was a trailer that was carrying sugar.
Sugar?
Yes,
Okay.
it was carrying sugar.
Yeah.
To lose control all of, from the upside.
Where we are from up there?
Where we are from.
Yeah.
And it came all over till this place.
Oh.
Yes.
Did anybody, how many people died in the accident? Did anyone die?
4 people lost lives.
4 people in the lorry?
Yeah.
Oh.
The lorry and the ones that are walking around here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh. All right. So what do you think can help this road?
This road, I think those roundabouts, that is the main problem.
They were built badly?
Yeah, they are built badly.
Oh, okay. So what's the name of this stage of yours where you work?
This stage is Kiwasco.
Oh, this is Kiwasco. Oh,
Yes,
because there's the water,
There's the
Kiwasco.
water tank, yeah.
Guys, Kiwasco is the guys who provide water in Kisumu. So they have a tank over there. So this stage is called Kiwasco. So if you guys want a motorcyclist here, my brother is here. This is their shed. This is where the shed is. This is the shed. It's just by this road over here. So if you want services, going to town, anywhere you want to go, you'll find him here, parked here, and he can help you out. Yeah. So guys, I think you've seen for yourselves why this road is dangerous, and you've seen evidence of the accidents that have happened. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I show you guys how this road looks like. I used to stay here way back. I used to stay here, as I told you. I used to work down there. So most of these things I witnessed firsthand. So it's not something I'm just talking about that I don't know. It's something that I've witnessed myself. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, we'll go on with the story. I think I'll go back to see my friend over there and we'll see what else we'll do. Yeah, so guys, you see this place over here, this tree. There used to be a shop here, and there used to be a bench here, and there used to be a mama who used to sell food. She used to sell chapati and beans. Yeah, so I used to sit here a lot with that mama because I was at a site down there, and some of my workers used to come and eat here, so I used to pay that mama to give them food. So I used to sit here a lot. And from this vantage point, I saw a lot of things that happened in this road, as you can see. You know, a lot of things. I used to see a lot of things. So many times cars lose control and end up in the ditch here. So if you're keen, you'll see. You just see all these are things that have been happening. All right, look at that over there. It will tell you a lot about what's been going on. Sasa. Bro, you okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, let me let you finish, yeah? Yeah.
I have for you still around.
What? No, I'm here. I'm waiting for you.
That's how much, yeah?
Yeah, I'm sitting.
Hello.
Yeah, guys. This is my friend's shop. It's a printing shop. He does some business over here. I used to come here to do my stuff. Anything that I wanted printed, sometimes when I wanted things done in the internet, this is where I used to come. When I was processing my documents to go abroad, this is where I did a lot of my stuff. Anyway, you know, just an open place like this. Guys, this is Kenya. Look at the weather. The weather's really nice. There's no cold, you know, no freezing. Basically, this is how the weather is most of the year. In this country, there's nothing like winter or all of that. It's basically summer throughout. It's always summer. It's always sunny. So that's why when you see me in the UK talking about, oh, it's cold, it's really cold, it's really cold, get it in context. I'm not used to that weather. This is the weather my body is used to. So when you see me complain about the weather, it's because I'm used to this type of weather. I'm used to the sun. I'm not used to the cold. This is my default weather. So when you have me using heaters, 3 layers of clothing, that's why I have the challenge. Anyway, yeah, so this is where I am right now. So guys, I'm in one of our informal structures, the type of hotels that we have, just beside the same road. I've come here to get some, you see, it's just a simple structure. I've come here to get some ugali, guys. This is ugali, some vegetables, and some meat. I'm still here with my friend. He's showing me how the changes that have happened. You see, let me show you. It's just a hotel on the side of the road. The same road I was telling you guys about, you see? You see, guys? That's Kondele Lolwe, whatever. And this is the other side going up. Up. You see? Yeah. Informal hotel. We have so many of this type of hotels in Kenya. So, yeah, I just want to have something to eat. And then I will move on. Yeah. Oh, look at the pussy. Yeah. So later, guys.